Hi guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm so excited. Today I am going to be doing a full face of first impressions. If I don't have anything new to try, then I'll just use one of my old favorites. But the first thing we're going to start with is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. It's got no silicones in it. It's made with coconut water, probiotic based ingredients and skin revivers. I'm just going to take 2 pumps. Oh, by the way, excuse the plastered finger. I cut my finger with a bread knife yesterday, so that was fun. Oh, it smells really good. For foundation, I am going to use the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 hour, not 24 hour, 25 hour, breathable SPF 20 medium coverage foundation. It's lightweight skin perfecting foundation with medium coverage, breathable skin technology that moisturizes for up to 25 hours, SPF 20. So hopefully it's quite dewy if it moisturizes for 25 hours. I definitely prefer a dewy foundation myself. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this. I literally went to Farmers yesterday and I was like, I want to find a new foundation, and this was what I came across. The applicator is like a really big, like doe foot applicator. I'm just gonna use what is on the applicator first as a first layer, and then if we need to add more we can. So first impressions, it blends out really nicely. I feel like the color is a good match. I'll probably like put some more down my neck. It's definitely not covering my imperfections here. I'm gonna go in with a second layer and see how it applies. So I'm just gonna add the second layer down here where I feel like I need a bit more coverage, kind of like round my nose area. My forehead is normally pretty good. I'll just add a little bit in here. It's looking really nice actually with the second layer. Like, it's quite glowy and dewy. I mean, some of these imperfections are still peeking through, but to be honest, I don't ever find that a foundation really covers them. But I have got the concealer to match, so let's see how that works. And so the matching concealer is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 hour breathable lightweight medium coverage foundation, and I got it in the shade 200 light. You can see that I have actually like played around with it a little bit because it has got like a really interesting tip. It reminds me of the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I don't think we can get it here. Like, I have heard so many people talking about it online and in magazines, but I've never found it in New Zealand. So if you know where to get it, let a sister know. It's got a similar applicator at the top, so hopefully this works. I'm gonna try under my eyes, even though it's the same shade as the foundation, and just hope that it kind of brightens. This tube, like, it literally just squirted out onto my hand when I squeezed it. So be careful. Jeez, I want to be really into this applicator, but I've got it everywhere now. The applicator is actually not super cute because I feel like when you go to push it down to squeeze it to get the product out, it's gonna just fall down, and so when you're squeezing onto your eye, there's a lot of like, the tube, let me clarify, the tube is not super full, so when you squeeze it out, you're actually just like squeezing air. I feel like it only feels like it's halfway filled. I'm just gonna squirt it out onto my hand. It's almost like I've used it already. It's blending out really nicely. It's got a similar effect to the foundation in terms of it being quite glowy. It's doing a pretty good job of concealing my like the darkness. I don't really have like dark under eye circles, but I get darkness in my inner corner. I'm not gonna set my foundation with powder because I really, like I said, I really like a dewy look, but I will set under my eyes. I don't have a new powder to try, so I'm just gonna use an old fave. So far it's not creasing or anything. It looks really nice. And then I'm just going to use it to conceal my blemishes and the scars on my cheek from when I had really bad acne. I feel like the two products work really beautifully in combination with each other. And this is good because it's just adding a little bit more coverage on the cheeks, which is like my problem area. For setting under my eyes, I'm just going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is a classic. For the brows, we are going to try the L'Oreal Paris Brow Artist Sculpt in the shade Dark Brunette. There were only 2 shades available when I went to buy this, so hopefully it's not too dark. I'm very precious about my brows. I know what I like. I'll show you the applicator. It's very unique. It has like a little brush and then it's got a defining tip at the end. So I guess the idea is that you can use the tip to draw a tail at the end. I personally feel like if you're going to use a brush product, it's because you want to kind of add some more texture or want them to look fuller. I love a fluffy look, so that's why I'm all about the brush. My favorite brow product at the moment is the Glossier Boy Brow. So I'm hoping that maybe this will kind of be like a more affordable option for people, especially if you're living in New Zealand, because it ain't easy to get to Glossier here. Okay, so I'm just gonna begin by using the brush part. It's definitely not easy to control because when you're watching the brush part, you've kind of got this tip getting in the way of what you're doing. Like you can't see the whole brow. I'm going very lightly because this is quite dark. But I feel like it is not too bad. Do I use the tip? I don't really want to. Let's try the other one and then we'll see how it looks. And I mean, I suppose this is for first impressions. I'm meant to be trying out how things work, aren't I? So I suppose I should use the tip. I'm scared. For an everyday look, this is all I do pretty much. Brush them up, make them look fluffy. Sisters, not twins. But the reason we're here is so that we can try the product. So I'm gonna wipe a little bit off. Maybe I'll just use the flat part to kind of draw some strokes. Oh, I just feel like you don't have much control. It's not really. Oh, it's just going everywhere and I don't want to use that brush. I'm just going to use one of my spoolies. This is not what I want. Like I'm all for the fluffy look, but I don't want like product on the skin and making it look blurred and messy. I'm going to remove this baking situation. Concealer's still looking good. It hasn't creased or anything. The eye look I want to do today is with this hot pink eyeshadow. It's by MAC. Now I did put this on my Instagram story the other day when it first arrived and I swatched it and it didn't transfer very well from my finger to my hand. So I'm a little bit worried. Well, not worried, but I'm interested to see how it works with a brush and how it applies on the eye. I haven't got a new eye primer to use, so I'm going to use this NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Milk. I think it'll be a really good base for that hot pink, just to make sure that it kind of shows up and gives the beautiful blown out effect that I'm after. First eyeshadow shade I'm going to apply is the Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream shade. It's just a really nice nude and I'm just going to use this to warm up that white in the crease a little bit, and I'm using my MAC 217 brush for this. So I'm just going to take the same brush that I used and dip in. It looks quite good on the brush, like it looks really pigmented. I'm just going to really precisely, or as precise as I can, pop that in the crease. Definitely applies well. with the brush. And then I'm just going to go back in with that Beaches and Cream shade just to make sure that it looks super seamless. I think that's really pretty. For the lid, this is another MAC eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Expensive Pink. I feel like this is really gorgeous for like a wedding in summer. It's just so floral and pretty. I think pink can be quite a scary colour, like even for people they feel like they can't wear a lot of pink in their blush. But I think as long as you blend it out really nicely, it can look gorgeous. I'm just going to take this tapered blending brush and I'm going to take the hot pink shade again and run it underneath my bottom lash line. I'm going to use that 217 brush again to like blend it out a little bit. I'm like really into this shadow. It's a win. I'll be using that again for sure. For bronzer, I don't have anything new, so I'm just going to use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and I'm just going to use this Benefit bronzer brush to apply. For blush, I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Master Blush Color and Highlighting Kit. I have a new highlighter from Bobbi Brown that I want to try, so I'm just going to take a blush from this palette, but should we swatch everything? Let's do it. First shade is this one. It's a highlighting shade. It's quite powdery. I mean, like it's got a bit of glow to it, but I wouldn't say it's like blinding. I'm going for this second shade. Oh, it comes out a lot more baby pink than I thought it would. I'm going for this one. The third one definitely has like a lavender tone to it. Fourth one, which is like this purple shade. Whoa. That is scary. So that's what I'm going to try today. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. Whoa, there is quite a bit of fallout in the pan with this one. I mean, it's pretty. I don't know, I feel like it looks really nice on camera. I definitely wouldn't say it's like the best blush that I've tried, but it's an affordable option. But what I might do is actually use the highlighting shade, like this first like nice gold champagne-y colour, to highlight my nose. It is just so powdery. Just by touching it lightly, you just get so much powder. It's just not really showing up. I mean, it's glowy, it's not glittery, which is good, but I personally love a really intense highlight, which is why I'm excited to be trying this new Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Opal Gold. I have totally swatched this. I mean, could you resist that if you were me? No, you couldn't. So I've already tried it. I've swatched it on my hand. So far so good. I really like it, but let's try it on the face. This is another Real Techniques brush. Again, don't know what it's called. Maybe I'll find it and pop it in the description box below for you. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so gorgeous. It's got a really beautiful pink reflect to it. That is so beautiful. I don't have a lip liner to go with this lipstick that I am trying. The lipstick I'm trying though, we'll talk about first, is the Maybelline New York Gigi Hadid lipstick, and it is in the shade Austyn. Seen a lot of people talking about this, so I'm so keen to give it a go. I just think it'll look so beautiful with the pink eye. This is the Chi Chi Lady in Red lip liner. Now for the moment of truth. Has Gigi done a good job on the lippy? By the way, sorry, I know you want to get to it, you want to know if it's working, but this packaging, really good. I feel like all the celebrities with their makeup are on a theme at the moment. Like everybody's loving the nude, you know? Kim K, Rihanna with Fenty Beauty, and Gigi. But I'm all for it. I love it. Ooh. I am so in love with this. It looks matte, like it definitely has a matte finish, but it feels incredibly creamy and buttery, and it's so pigmented. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first video. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and if you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit subscribe, give it a like, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see from me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.